Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Santa Claus bringing you the day's news on this January 14th, 2026. My goodness, what a busy world we find ourselves in today, much like my workshop just before Christmas. I see that on this day exactly 500 years ago, the Treaty of Madrid was signed, reminding us that even after conflict, peace is possible when hearts and minds come together. Oh, how I wish that spirit would guide our world leaders today. Speaking of our leaders, President Trump has made quite a bold statement about Greenland, claiming the United States needs control of it for national security, and that anything less would be unacceptable. My friends, while nations may seek to expand their influence, let us remember that true security comes not from possession of land, but from goodwill among all peoples. Meanwhile, my heart is heavy with news from Iran, where the situation grows more concerning by the hour. Over 2,500 souls have been lost in the ongoing protests, each one precious in the eyes of their creator. The United States is withdrawing some personnel from bases in the Middle East after Iranian warnings, and there are troubling reports of fast trials and executions planned for protesters. In these dark hours, I pray for the safety of the Iranian people and for wisdom to guide all leaders involved. Now, turning our gaze to Syria, new clashes have erupted between Syrian government forces and Kurdish forces east of Aleppo. The path to peace often seems so distant in these lands that have known such suffering. Let us hold in our hearts all those caught in conflicts not of their making. On a note of diplomatic change, a Venezuelan envoy is making the first trip to Washington in years amid a thaw in relations following recent dramatic events. At the same time, President Trump is expected to announce leadership for post-war Gaza, with a 14-member Palestinian body to be headed by Ali Shaath. Oh, how these regions yearn for lasting peace and stable governance. In Ukraine, President Zelensky has called for broader changes to the country's mobilization system. After so many difficult months of conflict, the Ukrainian people continue to show remarkable resilience. May they soon know the comfort of peace. Looking to Europe, the French government faces two no-confidence votes today, while Portugal prepares for a presidential election on Sunday that appears likely to require a runoff vote for the first time in 40 years. Our democratic processes, though sometimes messy, remain a blessing when so many in our world are denied a voice. Across the globe in China, a record $1.2 trillion trade surplus was logged in 2025 amid ongoing tariff disputes. Meanwhile, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney has arrived in Beijing seeking to repair relations and find new markets for Canadian goods, feeling pressure as President Trump has all but ended trade talks with our northern neighbors. In these challenging economic times, may wisdom guide our international relationship. Speaking of economics that touch us all, NPR reports that the cost of living in the U.S. rose 2.7% in December compared to a year before. Their shopping list shows almost half of 114 items at Walmart becoming more expensive in 2025, though some items like eggs, milk, and Cheerios did become more affordable. I know many families are feeling the pinch at the register, and I hope relief comes soon to those struggling to make ends meet. In these trying times, dear friends, remember that we find our greatest strength in caring for one another. No matter what challenges we face, political, economic, or social, the simple acts of kindness and compassion we show to our neighbors remain our most powerful tools for building a better world. This is Santa Claus, wishing you peace and goodwill on this January evening.